It is
Yeah,
completely gay.
and like back to the whole, just real quick, that just came to my thought when you were talking about the whole time decay when it comes to women and good deeds you do for them. And it's like what you do for them today does not hold weight for tomorrow.
Which is
Not
sad.
literally, but figuratively.
Yes.
And we were talking about this when we were talking about just something that might be profound that happened to me in high school, and I might be able to give a man respect for something he did for me in my life as a young child, a young kid or adolescent, that I might be able to hold weight and give respect to him until I die for some good deed that he did to me that changed my life and when I was a teenager. But when it comes to a woman, you could give her the greatest thing, marry her. Her wedding day could be the greatest thing. And maybe a year later, you're divorcing. And that actually day meant nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or it meant nothing, or you won't be able to recall it, or anything that you might have done that might have made them super happy or gave them or something that might have even made them a better woman. Let's not even talk about marriage. Let's say you're with a woman and certain things you've done for her made her a better woman or a better person. And because y'all no longer in a relationship, what you did actually means nothing and might not even hold weight or respect. Where I could actually be friends with another man and might have differences, but still show my respect towards them. Because men and women show respect in two different ways. Like when it comes to parenting, and I know you said this with that guy with the father aspect and caring from a caring and nurturing standpoint. But the roles of the father, the roles of the mother are very distinguished. And who was that guy that was the book that you were seeing and you read that breaks that down a little bit better when it comes down to the art of the father and the mother, and the father teaches these things
The boy crisis.
Playhousing. Yeah.
The boy crisis, Warren Farrell.
Warren Farrell. That's it. That's what I was trying to get. I knew you knew it. And I was saying, like, when it comes to those things, it's like from a boy standpoint, it's like we don't need to be impressed that much, and things can last longer. Like if a woman does a good deed for us, or maybe buy us that dream car that we wanted, we could be happy for years, several years off of that one thing, and maybe even have a million reasons to leave her, but still not leave her.
Yes.
Where a woman can be being taken care of, provided for, and then feel like in a week or two, I didn't give her enough attention, and start basically saying that the relationship's going downhill. But it's only been 2 or 3 weeks since the last thing I done with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's sad. Like it gets sad because it gets extrapolated. Like, okay, if I'm going to be the man like you just described earlier, when you said that women date men that are hypergamous, and date men that have higher income, but you said those things don't matter. It's like, to become those things, that shit took time. It took years.
Yes.
It took dedication. It took discipline.
Yes.
It took a lot of grit to be able to come the man that finally just gave you the entry, not to even keep you, just to get your entry.
Just to get the entry.
Think about the burial of entry that a man has to get your attention.
Yes.
And then to do all that, for you to not appreciate it for a short period of time because you're not getting the constant attention and affirmation that you need.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Like you said, I can't keep you, but I have to get your attention doing all that work that I have to do.
Yes.
Because most guys are what? Invisible to women.
Most guys are invisible.
Yeah. And the ones that are visible can't even keep you.
Yes.